Let's get some big boys back in here. It's fight number 10. Only 3 fights to go. So let's get him out from the blue corner. Brad Boakes.
And now we have Brad Boakes making the walk out. Coming all the way from Townsville, but now fighting on the Gold Coast out of Fight World. We saw one of his teammates take the cage earlier in Phoenix Boakes. But mate, I can tell you this, I love it when the heavyweights jump in. I do have to worry about, are these bolts reinforced? Because these are some big humans making their way in.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, Craig. There is nothing more exciting on the planet Earth than a heavyweight MMA bout. This is what the people have come to see. You can feel their thunderous steps across the cage, and these boys are ready to throw down.
Yeah, some big lads, mate. They are big lads to be throwing 4-ounce gloves.
One prediction, violence.
100% agree with that one, mate. So, once again, looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. Looks in pretty good condition.
Mate, they make this cage look extraordinarily small. Now, some of them have made it look like a phone booth tonight. These gentlemen make it look like a little anthill.
And now, in the red corner, Simon Hawthorne.
Cool. Next up, Craig, we have Simon Hawthorne.
The Bear making his walk out.
Amazing, straight out of the Central Coast, by the way, our Harvey Bay. This man is a submission monster. From the top, the boa, from the bottom, the knee bar. All he thinks about is finishing this fight.
100%. His prediction is KO in the third. I'm not sure we're going to make it that far, mate. When you got your big boys throwing down, someone's got to give. Really good conditioning from here. Once again, integrated MMA, fighting under Josh Seedsman. We saw one of their fighters walk into the cage before in really, really good condition with Mark, the prospect, Anthony. Looking forward to seeing what his, and also what, looking forward to seeing what his teammate can bring to the table here. Obviously different weight class, but still that energy, two people being in the fight can.
Get some love for Simon!
The nature of these gentlemen, so large but so light on their feet.
I can see why they're calling the Bear. He is a big human.
Absolutely. Well, luckily, we have such an experienced referee to have to pull these two absolute beasts off one another.
Grosstrong Chiropractic, Grosstrong MMA, Ian's Mowing, Landscaping and Handyman Service, and Castle Quinn Construction Services. This is fight number 10. Heavyweights in the blue corner, weighing 103 kilograms. He's fighting out of Fight World, Brad Boakes! And in the red corner, weighing in at 117.9 kilograms, fighting out of Integrated Martial Arts, Harvey Bay. It's Simon the Bear Hawthorne. It's heavyweight time, so let the leather fly.
So we have Brad Boakes in the blue fighting out of Fight World and Simon Hawthorne in the red.
Simon the Bear Hawthorne has just laid down the challenge by striking the cage, and I thought it might bring the entire building down, Craig.
Here we go. There's a huge reach advantage there. They're straight into it. There's no feeling out period.
The reverberation of these two monsters meeting in the center of the cage.
Really good grappling at this stage here. Both underhooks. Switching around, pushing them up against the cage.
Battle of the beasts.
Brad Boakes equal to the challenge though. Both these men just incredibly powerful.
Monstrous energy demonstrated early.
And from here, I'm not sure what kind of takedown. I think it's just going to be brute force throw. But right now, Boakes is doing really well, keeping his hips up across the ground, up across the cage.
Did someone say brute force?
And every single time that Hawthorne is throwing a knee, Boakes is blocking him with his elbow.
Oh, great move by Boakes, but the bear is able to wrestle him to the ground.
Yeah, just as Boakes was trying to change the level, Hawthorne did a bit of a hip toss and threw him down.
Boakes locks up a half guard though, and is looking to turn into the body, really trying to stay active on the bottom so that he just doesn't get crushed under the weight of the huge bear, but the bear is landing.
They are some thundering strikes.
Boakes equal to the challenge. Boakes turns around and is up. Boakes is back up. This is incredible stuff.
Did Boakes steal his dog? What's going on? There's just so much violence being thrown out here.
Insanity.
Yes, I am shocked to see violence in a heavyweight MMA fight.
Oh, nice knee by Boakes. The bear equals. The bear is locking up a front headlock.
And right now the whole crowd's getting in behind him.
Going absolutely insane.
And this is what happens. We've got the bear up against Boakes. So Hawthorne right now is lacing his leg around. He's aborted that. He doesn't want that anymore. He's just going to power him down. He's got the double underhooks and forcing him up against the cage. Boakes is trying to get an underhook or frame off somehow to get a knee. But Hawthorne's such a big lad. Boakes has a bit of a cut above his right eyebrow at this stage.
Boakes is not dispelling him at all. Look at him. He has launched straight back into the bear, and now he's got one pushing him up against the cage. And a big inside knee by the Hawks.
And Hawthorne's got an underhook on the right-hand side.
This relentless attack by the bear is now being stifled, and now Boakes is on his own offensive.
Yeah, both putting knees in, but I'm really liking the fact that Boakes is there. And because of Hawthorne's height, he almost has a standing guillotine he's pushing in here, but Boakes is able to clear the hands.
Not so easy, Boakes says.
Oh, very composed by Boakes, but the bear is leaning on Him with all 103 kilograms. And another knee by Boakes. He reverses another.
And Boakes has that by having had one underhook and turned the corner.
179 kilograms of bear force from Hawthorne. But Boakes is not letting him have it easy.
Boakes with a right hand up. Oh, he's changing levels perfectly. What a fight, gentlemen.
The crowd was so loud you couldn't hear the clapper or the bell rang.
In the words of the late great DMX, there is a party up in here, gentlemen.
I'm going to act a fool.
The boys are going at it right now. At this stage, some of the things I'm liking from Bear is just his ability to be able to get some strikes in and manhandle. But in that back end of the round, Boakes really comes through and was able to turn it around. What did you see from Boakes in that one?
I was very impressed with the ability of Boakes to weather the initial storm from the bear and then to provide some offense of his own. Both men exchanged an equal of knees up the middle, and both looked like it didn't affect them at all. I tell you what, Craig, if I took one of those knees, it's over.
How about yourself, Timmy? What are you liking about the fight so far? Apart from
The
seeing two
sheer
humans.
thrill, usually you think that maybe the heavyweights will try and conserve the energy a little bit more than that, but they've given it everything quickly, and they're not even panning too heavily. It's pandemonium. They're smashing it into the side. I like how they tested the strength of the cage floor. It passed.
They're straight back into it.
Boakes straight on the offensive.
Boakes decided to close the distance first and put him up against the cage.
Oh, and a mirror image, and like a mirror image for the first thing. Boakes is now on the offensive at the start of the round. Headhunting.
Big bad bust.
Oh, bad shot by Boakes. Oh,
He's a heat-seeking missile.
Very good power from these guys here.
Hawthorne trying to slow it down, get control back, get Boakes into the cage. Looking for that single leg.
Was doing a really good job here. And one of the things Boakes is doing well is he's got his foot on the outside, stopping that single from coming through. Hawthorne was able to sweep, to move it now and see if he's going to turn the corner and run the pot.
Yeah, the bear. Oh,
he lost it.
Boakes able to push himself up and provide some offense of his own, and now he is the one hunting for the takedown.
The bear was looking for some salmon, but he's got himself a killer whale. This is fighting.
The boys are going at it.
The size of the bear is just able for him to just come
He's
over the
got
top.
a standing guillotine.
And that is a very tight standing guillotine.
170
He's looking to
kilograms
push him
of
up
force.
against the cage now. Boakes did a great job in loosening up the left arm, which kind of made the guillotine, took away the locking mechanism.
Oh, a punch the next, and another for Boakes.
We've got a minute 30. The boys are going at it. And Boakes' corner is imploring him to throw knees anytime the double underhooks go in their place.
The Bears pushed Boakes into his own corner now and is receiving some good advice there. You can see him cross-facing, Boakes is cross-facing just to push the Bear off, but the Bear is relentless.
Yeah. And from this point here, if you're being pushed up against the corner, you've got to address that. Anything you throw from that point there can just come across and be used against you.
Nice knee there. Now that might not look much to the crowd at home, but those things hurt. They really take the legs out of a fighter. Good takedown defense by Boakes, but the Bear is moving around.
Was able to twist him around, and Boakes was able to push his hips back to the cage, and that stopped him from being taken down.
The Bears pure for.
And right now, so Hawthorne is just pressing up against the hips, making it really hard for him to hop up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's collapsed him under.
The Boakes has used his brute force to now put the Boakes' head back, but he is pushing his feet. He's attempting to push his feet against the edge and walk out.
And right now, I'm liking the fact here that, so Hawthorne thought he had a head and arm triangle, but the cage got in the way to be able to secure it. So Hawthorne's just pounding away now, using that last 10 seconds to cause as much damage as possible.
Some very accurate punches on the top there from the Bear, but Boakes is equal to it. Huge, huge.
These are some big units. They're sucking in the big ones now. There's so much power potential. These guys have one punch knockout power between them.
Both coaches imploring them to find anything that they have left in the gas tank here. These gentlemen are not spent yet. They have one more round of furious action ahead.
And I just want to call out a referee, like cool, calm and collected. We had one of our spectators throw something into the cage. He was able just to pick it up, weather it, and know that the outside is going to sort that out so the boys can actually continue punching on.
Yeah, it's a very, again, I can't say enough about the work of the referee tonight. It's just been so good. The coaches are out of the cage, and we are set for the third round of ultra violence.
Churchill's telling him to back up. He wants them to start from a neutral position and go.
Not an ounce of quit to find in these boys. Here we go.
So right now we've got the Bear Hawthorne versus Brad Boakes. The boys are going at it.
The accuracy of Boakes with a couple of shots here, I just want to call out. They were pinpoint. Oh, the Bear with his own offense.
Big bad Brad, he comes in.
Again, locked on the front headlock.
They're doing really, really good hand fighting here. And the reason hand fighting is important is you're able to bring the other person's hands up so they can't block any knees.
Little short knee from Boakes there. He's keeping busy even though the Bear is putting the full weight of a heavyweight fighter on him.
And, you know, we've got Simon Hawthorne putting a lot of weight up against Brad Boakes. Putting all of his force, driving it into his chest, making it hard for Brad to breathe. Brad's doing a great job getting that underhook back.
The condition of both men, Brad Boakes and Simon Hawthorne, is on show here tonight, Craig.
Yeah, Simon has lifted Brad's knee, but he's decided he doesn't want any more, and that's just to stop him from throwing the knees in play.
This fight is razor sharp. These gentlemen are both just putting it on one another. The exchange of positions is insane.
Right now, it looks like, Hawthorne almost got to take the back, but Brad was able to secure his hand around, and now he's got that overhook. They're doing a great... So Hawthorne's putting a lot of weight into Boakes right now.
It's an absolute war of attrition between these two gladiators. 1 minute to go in the third round.
And the lads are throwing absolutely everything into it. There's so much effort and so much strength in here.
Look, you don't always see heavyweights go the whole distance. But the fight in these boys, the heart in these men.
Boakes pushes Simon Hawthorne up against the cage and starts attacking with a barrage of knees to the upper thigh.
And right now Hawthorne's looking to get a guillotine, arming guillotine. He's let it go of it. He wants to push him back and just start striking. He's looking to finish his last 30 seconds out with as many strikes as he can.
If Hawthorne's the bear, Boakes is a lion. This is Battle of the Warlords.
Yeah, king of the jungle here. The boys are going at it.
Oh, another big knee by the
Last 10 seconds, the boys are going.
And Boakes looking at the reverse, he looks for the takedown.
Oh, that uppercut just missed.
Sledgehammer of an uppercut he's throwing there.
Oh, the boys.
What a sensational war between these two.
They put absolutely everything in that. They're almost out on their feet.
What a
Give the
treat.
boys a rest.
What a treat.
Mate, the conditioning of these two blokes, they're still on their feet.
That is a huge amount of mass going into each other. 230 kilos combined in that cage, going at each other. And yes, James, I used a calculator to work it out.
Mate, Craig, I must say, right now I'm about to call you the human calculator, my friend. I had the abacus out trying to figure it out myself. Again.
There's some really good moments in that fight. So what I really like, Boakes just never took a backward step. Where he could, he kept walking forward and striking. And that was enough that Hawthorne wanted to grapple and close it up and push him up against the cage. A couple of times, Boakes was able to switch that. Hawthorne did get the takedown in the second, and Boakes was able to wrestle out of it. And right now we have Tim York to make it official.
Folks, round of applause for the boys going the distance. It has gone to the judges' scorecard with a unanimous decision going the way of the red corner, Simon the Bear Hawthorne.
I do not envy the job of the judges tonight. Both men just put on a spectacular show there, Craig.
They certainly did, mate. Looking forward to this one.
Simon, congratulations on the win, mate. You went the whole distance. Talk us through the fight. It was a big one.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Appreciate the corner too. And the guys from Protocol coming out. I just love being here. It's my first fight. I thought I'd go the distance. And luckily I did. Thank you, guys.
You look good out there. Is there anyone else you want to thank?
No, I just appreciate the whole event. Putting us up for the night and an opportunity to have a fight for the first one. I appreciate everyone. Thank you.
Appreciate you having you there, Simon. Thank you. Enjoy your night. Congrats on the win. We've got two huge fights coming to wrap up the night. Grab yourself a quick sip, a quick snack, because there's only two left.